Dear students, welcome to the fifth section of our English class. We have completed our first chapter in the first unit, the chapter named How Far is the River? In the last class, we discussed about prepositions. Based on it, I gave two works to you. First one is supply the missing prepositions for the given signboards. Then we wrote a description or a short paragraph about a given picture by using prepositions. Now you can see those two works on the screen. First one, the signboard. You can see the prepositions also given in there. So, my dear students, you want to check it. There is any mistakes happen in your writing. If there is any mistakes, you want to correct it. Yes, now you can see a paragraph on the screen. It is also a paragraph about or based on our given picture. What are the things we can see in that picture? The sentences are using with prepositions. Different prepositions are used in the paragraphs. So, my dear students, you want to consider this paragraph as an example for it. So, you can write this in your notebook. You can write it now. All of you want to take your notebook and write this paragraph into your notebook. Yes, with this activity we can conclude our first chapter. How far is the river? Here. Okay, now we are moved to the second chapter. It's a poem written by William Blake. The poem named The Echoing Green. Who is William Blake? We can just see who is William Blake and what is about the poem The Echoing Green. Just listen for it.
William Blake, 1757 to 1827, considered insane and largely disregarded by his peers, the visionary poet and engraver William Blake is now recognized among the greatest contributors to English literature and art. He was born in Soho, London, where he lived most of his life, and was son to the hosier and his wife, both dissenters. Blake's early ambitions lay not with poetry but with painting. In 1789, he published his Song of Innocence, the gentlest of his lyrics, but the collection was followed by Song of Experience, containing a profound expression of adult corruptions and repression. Our poem, The Echoing Green, appears in his Song of Innocence, which is published in 1789. In this poem, the poet opens before us the door of an innocent world. The poem talks about merry sounds and images which accompany the children playing outdoors. Then an old man happily remembers when he enjoyed playing with his friends during his own childhood. The last stanza depicts the little ones being weary when the sun has descended and going to their mothers to rest after playing many games.
Dear students, now we can move to our poem The Echoing Green, written by William Blake. All of you want to take your textbook and carefully listen for the class. The Echoing Green The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of the bush, sing louder around to the bells' cheerful sounds, while our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old flock. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such are the joys when we all, girls and boys, in our youth time were seeing on the echoing green. Still the little ones weary, no more can be merry. The sun does descend, and our sports have an end. Round the laps of their mother, many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sports no more seen on the darkening green. Here you can see three stanzas. In the poem, we are saying the stanzas. We can see on the textbook. We can see in the textbook three stanzas. Seeing in the textbook, three stanzas are given there. In the stories and prose, we can say it is paragraph. സ്റ്റോറിയിലൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന പാരഗ്രാഫ്സ് എന്നാണ്. എന്നാൽ we couldn't say that in our poems. Poems, we can say this is stanzas. Three stanzas are in the poem. Actually, when we read this poem, we can understand that this is a version of a boy or a child. It's a version of a child. ഒരു കുട്ടി നമ്മളോട് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് പോലെ, ഒരു കുട്ടിയുടെ അനുഭവം നമ്മളോട് പറയുന്നത് പോലെയാണ് the poet present this poem. Okay, now we can just try to understand the poem in stanza wise. Okay, we can just go through the first stanza. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of bush, sing louder around to the bells' cheerful sound, while our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. This is the first stanza. We can just go with that. First one, we can just check it. Some words, some selected words are there. First one, echoing. What mean by echoing? Echoing means resounding. My dear students, you want to write those words in your notebook. Echoing means resounding. Merry. Merry means full of joy. Full of joy. Spring. Spring is a season which the plants began to grow. Plants began to grow. Skylark and thrush. Skylark and thrush are the singing birds. Are the singing birds. Two kinds of birds, singing birds. These are two kinds of singing birds. Cheerful. Cheerful means happy. Cheerful means happy. We can go through the stanza. The sun does arise. Sun arise and make happy the sky. When the sun rise, the complete sky become happy. The complete sky become happy. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. Why the bells are ringing there? For welcoming the spring season. The merry bells. The bells are making the pleasant sounds. It's like a poet saying that bells are the symbol of happiness. Bells നമ്മൾ കേൾക്കുന്ന മണിനാദങ്ങൾ സന്തോഷമുളവാക്കുന്നതാണ്. That it make or it welcoming the spring season. And the skylark, thrush and the birds of bush. Birds of bush means the birds in the bushes. Bushesinde അകത്തൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന birds. those birds are making sound, or they are singing. They also singing. They are singing louder than the bells. They are singing louder than the bells, and they are rounding the bells. They are rounding the bells. They are rounding the bells. And while in that time, our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. Our boy, a child saying that our sports, our playing, their play, they are playing on the echoing green. In that time they are playing on the echoing green. That means the kids are start their playing on the morning. Is it? Sun rises there and it makes the sky happy, and we can hear the merry and cheerful sound of bells, and those bells are welcoming the spring season. The poet saying that this bells are welcoming the spring season, and the same time we can hear the singing sound of the birds like skylark, thrush, and the birds in the bushes. At this moment we can see the kids are playing on the echoing green. Did you get that? I hope all of you got the idea what was discussing in the first stanza. Okay, then we can move to the second stanza. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys when we all, girls and boys, in our youth time were seeing on the echoing green. Here we can go with some words. First one, oak. Oak is a name of a tree. It's a kind of a tree. Oak. It's a kind of a tree. Then next one, flock. Flock means the people. People. Okay. Then laugh at, enjoying. Here we can say that laugh at means enjoying. Like we can consider the meaning enjoying. Okay. So the old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. Here we can see some people. Some people are old people are sitting under oak tree. Among it there is a man. Its name is John. That's why here the poet saying that old John with white hair. The old people are sitting under the oak tree and they are enjoying our play. The boy say, the child said to us. ഇതൊരു കുട്ടിയുടെ വേർഷൻ ആയിട്ടാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ആ കുട്ടി നമ്മളോട് പറയാണ്, they are enjoying our play. They are enjoying our play. The children are playing in there. The children are playing on the echoing green. And the old folk, the old people are sitting under the oak tree. Oak tree യുടെ താഴെ ഇരിക്കുന്ന old people, they are enjoying the children's playing. And they say that such were the joy when we all, girls and boys, in our youth time were seeing on the echoing green. The same experience we also have. The people are saying that the same kind of joy, sandosha, the same kind of pleasure we also get when we are girls and boys. When they are children, they also enjoying this kind of, or they also got such kind of pleasure and happiness in their childhood. The same things we are experienced in their childhood. That was saying on the second stanza. I hope all of you get it, what is the idea in the first and second stanza conveys. Okay, then we can move to the third one. Till the little ones weary, no more can be merry. The sun does descend, and our sports have an end. Round the laps of their mother, many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sports on no more seen on the darkening green. Here, some words are there. Very means very tired, very tired. Descend, go down. It's a time of sunset. Then we know that what is mean by lap. Lap, മടിത്തട്ട് എന്നുള്ള അർത്ഥത്തിലാണ് ലാപ്പ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, then darkening, we know that getting dark. Okay, now the children are very means tired. All of them are getting tired, and there is no merry, there is no happy. The sun does descend, sunset. The sun was go down. The sun does go down, and our sports have an end. Their playing was ends in there. And round the laps of their mother, many sisters and brothers, like the birds in their nest, are ready for rest. The kids are go to their mother's lap. All of them are go to their mother's lap, means they are back to their mom, or they are back to their home. Like the birds are go to their nest. ബേർഡ്സ് അവരുടെ നെസ്റ്റിലേക്ക് പോകുന്ന പോലെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബേർഡ്സ് എങ്ങനെയാണോ അവരുടെ നെസ്റ്റിലുള്ളത് പോലെ, അതുപോലെയാണ് കുട്ടികൾ they are go back to their mom. They are go back to their mom. Why they are go back to their home, or go back to their mother's lap? For taking rest. And sports no more seeing on the darkening green. In that darkening green, we couldn't see any sports on there. Is it? So in the last stanza, we can say like we can just conclude like it getting dark, and the day ends. The day ends on there, and the people are very tired, and there is no merry, there is no happy. So the people are stop their playing and back to their mother's lap, like the birds in the nest for taking rest. പക്ഷികൾ കൂട്ടിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നത് പോലെ the kids are back to their mom's lap. Okay, this is our poem, The Echoing Green. Now we can just watch a presentation of our poem, The Echoing Green, a visual presentation of The Echoing Green. Just watch it.
The Echoing Green. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of the bush, sing louder around to the bell's cheerful sound. While our sports shall be seen on the echoing green. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old folk. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys when we all girls and boys in our youth time were seen on the echoing green. Till the little ones weary no more can be merry, the sun does descend, and our sports have an end. Round the laps of their mothers, many sisters and brothers, like birds in their nest, are ready for rest, and sport no more seen on the darkening green.
Now we can just try to answer the following questions. Why we are doing this question answers? For getting more clarification about the poem. Okay, the first question. What does the expression the echoing green suggest? What does the expression the echoing green suggests. Here the echoing green suggests that the remembrance of the early years. കഴിഞ്ഞ കാലത്തെക്കുറിച്ചുള്ള ഒരു ഓർമ്മപ്പെടുത്തലാണ് എന്ത് എക്കോയിങ് ഗ്രീൻ എന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് പോയറ്റ് ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. Through the expression the echoing green, the poet suggests the remembrance of the early years. And at the same time the poet saying that the echo means repeating something. So everything in the world is goes and comes again. Is it? Goes and comes again, like the days, season, months, like that. Everything is comes again. Something is gone and again it comes. So the echoing green, it is a remembrance of the early periods or early years. Okay. Then next one. Is the old John happy? Is the old John happy? We can say that yes. Is it? Pick out the line to support your answer. How can we answer it? The old John is happy. The first statement. The question is the old John happy? Is the old John is happy? Yes, the old John is happy. And you want to pick out the line which is support your answer. Which line shows that John is happy? Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old flock. In that 4 lines we can say that they are forgetting about all the things, and they are sitting under the oak tree and they are enjoying it. They are forgetting about all the things. The third question. Why are the little ones no more merry? Why the children are no more no more merry? Because they are weary, they are tired, they are very tired. They are very tired. Then the fourth question. What effect does the descending sun have on sports? What effect does the descending sun have on the sports? What happened to when the sun descend? What happened to the sports? When the sun descending, the children are stop their playing. Where do the sisters and brothers take rest? They are take rest round the lap of their mother. They are take rest round the lap of their mother. The last question. What does the speaker mean by the darkening green? What mean by the darkening green? It refers to the ends of the day. That means it's coming of, it is the coming of night. It is the ends of the day. It is the ends of the day. Students, you can see the question and answer on the screen. You want to write down this into your notebook. Okay. Dear students, before writing the question answers and the word meaning, you should write the title of the poem. You should write the title of the poem. What was the title of our poem? The Echoing Green. The Echoing Green. Now we are move to our activities. Okay. Activity 1. Read the following lines from the poem The Echoing Green. Just read that lines. The sun does arise and make happy the skies. The merry bells ring to welcome the spring. The skylark and thrush, the birds of bush, sing louder around to the bells' cheerful sound, while our sport shall be seen on the echoing green. Here, in the line 6, which is that 6th line, the birds of the bush. The sound of the letter B is repeated. Where is that? The birds of bush. B sound is repeated there. The sound of the letter B is repeated there. In the line 9, which is that, while our sports shall be seen. In the line 9, the sound of letter S is repeated. Such kind of usages we can see in our poems. We called it alliterations. What we call for it? Alliteration. What is that? Alliteration. Alliterations, the use of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Alliteration means the nearby words in a line which starts with or begins with same sound. ഒരേ ലൈനിൽ ഉള്ള വേർഡ്സുകൾ ഒരേ ലെറ്ററിൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, ഒരേ ലെറ്ററിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരേ സൗണ്ടിൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ alliteration എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, we can see some example for it. Look at that, some examples on there. She sells seashells by the seashore. Which sound of letter is repeated there? The letter, sound of the letter S is repeated. Is it? Next one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Which sound of the letter repeated there? P. The sound of the letter P is repeated. Like that, you can see 4 more lines there. 4 lines are given in there. The swimmers swam and searched the sea. Special seashells hid beneath the sand. Children catch small creatures and set them free, screaming, splashing, and skipping to the land. What you want to do? You want to identify the alliteration from there. After identify the alliteration, what you want to write? You want to write it in your notebook like this. First you want to write the line. ആദ്യം ലൈൻ എഴുതുക. അതിനുശേഷം ഏത് സൗണ്ടാണ്, sound of the letter എഴുതുക, ഈസ് റിപ്പീറ്റഡ് എന്ന് എഴുതുക. The sound of the letter എന്ന് എഴുതി ലെറ്റർ എഴുതിയതിന് ശേഷം ഈസ് റിപ്പീറ്റഡ് എന്ന് എഴുതുക. അങ്ങനെ ഏതെല്ലാം ലൈനിലാണോ ആലിട്രേഷൻ വരുന്നത് ആ ആലിട്രേഷൻ ലൈൻസ് എഴുതിയതിന് ശേഷം ഏത് ആലിട്രേഷനാണ് അവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത്, ഏത് സൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് ലെറ്ററാണ് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളതെന്ന് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് എഴുതുക. ഓക്കെ, ഇറ്റ് വാസ് യുവർ ഫസ്റ്റ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി. വാട്ട് ഈസ് alliteration and some example also. So you can write this in your notebook now. Take your notebook and write it, what is alliteration, and the examples in your notebook. After this, you can write the activity, the first activity, and you can answer it. You can identify the alliteration from there. Okay. Then we are moved to the second activity. You can see the second stanza on it. Okay, we can just read that stanza. Old John with white hair does laugh away care, sitting under the oak among the old flock. They laugh at our play, and soon they all say, such were the joys when we all girls and boys in our youth time were seen on the echoing green. We can see the word hair is highlighted in the first line and the care highlighted in the second line. Why it was highlighted in there? We know that it is rhyming word, is it? The nearby lines are ends with the same sound. What we call for it? Rhyming words. The nearby lines are ends with the same sounded words we called rhyming words. Then find out which are the rhyming words we can we can get from it. Hair, care. Then, yes, oak, folk. Play, say. Joy, boys. Joys, boys. Scene, green. Is it? We know that. This we called rhyming words. This we called rhyming words. So, my dear students, you want to write in your notebook what is rhyming word and the example from the given stanza. So, now we discussed two activities. First one is based on alliteration and second one is rhyming words. Alliteration, the nearby words in a line which starts or begins with the same sound. ഒരേ ലൈനിലുള്ള വേർഡ്സുകൾ, നിയർബൈ വേർഡ്സുകൾ ഒരേ സൗണ്ടിൽ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, തുടങ്ങുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതേ നമ്മൾ alliteration എന്ന് പറയും. Then what is rhyming word? The nearby lines are ends with same sound. അടുത്തടുത്ത ലൈൻസ് ഒരേ സൗണ്ടിൽ എൻഡ്സ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, അവസാനിക്കുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ നമ്മൾ റൈമിംഗ് വേർഡ്സ് എന്ന് പറയും, അല്ലേ? Now we got it. What is rhyming word and alliteration with its examples, is it? Now we are moved to the activity 3. Activity 3. An old man with white hair sitting under the oak tree. Young girls and boys at play, etc. are the visual image that come to our mind when we read the second stanza of the poem. When we read the second stanza, we can get the image on that. നമുക്കൊരു വിഷ്വൽ ഇമേജ് കിട്ടും. നമ്മളൊരു കാര്യം വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സിലേക്ക് ഒരു ചിത്രം, ഒരു പിക്ചർ നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സിൽ തെളിയുന്നുണ്ടാവും, അല്ലേ? ഇപ്പോൾ ഓൾഡ് മാൻ വിത്ത് വൈറ്റ് ഹെയർ സിറ്റിംഗ് അണ്ടർ ദ ഓക്ക് ട്രീ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ട്രീയുടെ താഴെ തല നരച്ച, വെളുത്ത മുടികളുള്ള തല നരച്ച കുറേ ആളുകൾ ഇങ്ങനെ കൂട്ടം കൂടി ഇരിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സിൽ ആ ഒരു ചിത്രം വരുന്നുണ്ട്, അല്ലേ? ഇത്തരത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ പോയത്തിൽ കാണുന്ന ഇത്തരത്തിൽ ഓരോ ലൈൻസ് വായിക്കുമ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ മനസ്സിലേക്കൊരു ചിത്രം തെളിഞ്ഞു വരുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതിനെ നമ്മൾ വിളിക്കുന്ന പേരാണ് വിഷ്വൽ ഇമേജസ് എന്ന്. Now you can see one stanza here, the first stanza here. You want to read that stanza and you want to find out the visual image from there. What do you want to find? You want to find out the visual image from the first stanza. Today you have two activities. First one, identify the alliteration from the given 4 lines and find out the visual image from the first stanza. So these are the two activities you want to done for the next class. So with this activity we can wind up our class.